The LDS Church's stance on LGBTQ rights and people in general has been a very difficult road to navigate for me and all my friends. I'll be very honest. It's been a real challenge, and in some moments it's been absolutely devastating where I've just sit and I've cried myself to sleep because I'm I don't know how I can do this. I don't know what my life is supposed to look like. I don't know what my purpose is, because this is the plan and I don't see how I fit into that. And I know a lot of my friends have had have similar experiences. After coming out to myself when I was about 16 years old, I didn't think being a Mormon was a possibility for me at all. I thought, I'm gay, I can't be a Mormon. There's no way that could ever happen. But I applied to BYU anyway because my parents told me to. And I was sure, whatever, it's fine. And I was doing research about BYU and I found a video that USGA had made. And I was very surprised that other gay Mormons existed, especially gay Mormons that were my age. And I was completely blown away and so excited. I was I need to meet these people. And so USGA was essentially the deciding factor in me coming to BYU. A lot of the time when I'm very vocal about my advocacy and my activism, especially for LGBTQ rights, a lot of my the pushback comes from my parents that are very no, just don't tell anyone, just keep it a secret, and don't want me to tell anyone. And it's been very frustrating that these people that raised me and are supposed to know me the best are shh, no, and want to silence me. But this is something that's been very important to me, so I've been very vocal about it. I'm very out on campus, more or less, and I've been very excited about it. And a lot of the pushback is just sometimes people make assumptions when they look at me, and they'll I'd be oh, so you're fighting you identify as gay, or you are using these certain labels, so you must be dating women, or you must be doing this. And they assume my lifestyle. They assume because I am for gay marriage, or because I'm for any sort of a more liberal ideas, they assume oh, you must hate the church, or oh, you must this. Just a lot of assumptions people carry out, and they carry these assumptions at me. And I'm you don't know me, you don't know my life. I can love Jesus as much as I love women, basically, if not more. And so it's this whole thing where it's just people just throw assumptions at me, especially in this very conservative culture where people maybe haven't been exposed to this as much. And so that's kind of also why I love to do what I do, because I love to expose people to new and exciting things, or new and different things than they've ever seen. I feel that's part of what college is about anyway. So as our relationship with the church is very up and down, depending on the day. Me personally, I try to focus on my relationship with my God, because I know that He loves me and that He made me this way for a reason. And so if I focus on that, sometimes even the echoes of things that are very hurtful that I'll hear from maybe even our prophet or from bishops or from other people, they're not as important as the voice that God tells me, where He says, I love you, you are fine just the way you are. So that's why I try to focus on it. I have a lot of friends that try to focus on the same thing, because I know I'm here for a purpose, and I know I've done a lot of good for people in general, and maybe that's what I'm here to do, and I'm okay with that, basically. And so, church or no church, I know I'm here for a reason, and there's a lot of people that I found that love me no matter what, too. So I try to hold on to those moments, when things feel dark and impossible to manage. Suicide rates are very high in Utah in general, and LGBTQ suicide rates are very high in the nation in general as well. And I know that those two stats intermingle here in Utah and at BYU too, especially in the past 2 years that I can think of. We've lost a lot of BYU students, queer BYU students, because of this, because of they didn't feel like they could survive this life. They didn't feel like they could understand. And they say, oh, maybe my gayness is just a trial for this life, so I'm just going to end my life, and then the trial will be over finally. And that, I think, is the most devastating thing, is there's people on campus right now that don't know that they are loved and don't know that they're okay being just exactly who they are. And that, for me, is the most important thing to do, is to go out there and tell every single one of these students, I love you just the way you are, and you are okay just the way you are. And God loves you just the way you are. That's what I want to do. That's what, like, my purpose of with USGA and, like, with who I am is I want those kids that are hiding in the closets, that are terrified of telling anyone because they think this is the biggest shame that they could have. I want them to know that they are loved and okay just for who they are. And after that, I just, like, have this testimony, for lack of a better word, about USGA and how it can be whatever you make of it. Like, people can come in and be like, I really want to do this project. I really want to help people in this way, and they can just do it. And, like, yes, we're here just specifically to help out, like, the LGBTQ BYU students, but as one of those students that helped me out, like, I got to meet one of my biggest idols, and that was super cool. And then other than that, I've been able just interacting and meeting the people that I've met has been nothing short of life-changing. And meeting these people that have had worse experiences than me and better experiences than me, so I can say, wow, I'm lucky in this way, or like, wow, I've been able to help this person in this way, and like, wow, there is hope out there. There's these good people out here that have had these wonderful things happen to them. Just the experiences I've been able to share with people has been the most life-changing, wonderful thing about this. I feel like everyone has an LGBTQ person that they love, or will at some point, because, I mean, we're not that small in numbers. One is to talk about us. We are not an official BYU club, though we don't have any ability to advertise on campus or anything like that. So a big thing can be talking about us.